Today's clip, I'm going to go through the excruciating details of my post-COVID vaccine dose 2 experience. Oh my God. L. Zempuck here. So people tend to say all anyone ever does on social media is talk about good things, but never the crappy parts of life or ones down and out. So yeah, I'm here to change that one, okay? So I just got my second dose of the COVID vaccine this past weekend, and holy crap! The after effects were really something, are really something still, actually. Now, after the first dose, let me be clear, all I experienced was a sore arm where the shot took place. That was inconvenient, but honestly, nothing worth noting, right? But the after effect of dose 2? Oh boy. I'm going to describe it by time frame, so you can get a sense of how utterly shitty it is, right? Now, let me be clear. Don't get me wrong. I still am all for the vaccines, right? Generally vaccines, COVID vaccines specifically, still, right? But you gotta get to know what you're getting yourself into, right? Better know beforehand than after. All right. First night post second dose vaccine. Honestly, I just felt a little tired. I'd say starting from 6 hours after the shot. We got the shot around noon. I tried to take a nap, which then pretty much just turned into overnight sleep. I thought I had a low-level fever, like a little bit, because nothing really hurt, but every part of me kind of ached, like every just... It seemed like, to me, like I just took a ton of muscle relaxant or something, right? It was getting literally very difficult to move. You know how people, when you lay in bed, you kind of move around a little, shuffle a bit? I was shuffling in half speed while laying in bed. I couldn't decide if I was hot and sweating or slightly cold and needed more covers. This kind of oscillation to my body temperature went on all night, so yeah, I think it's probably some low-grade fever. Oh, of course, I also couldn't turn onto my left arm where I got the shot, because that would have, it just really hurt. So limited range, movement ranges while I'm laying in bed. So it felt just super awkward. Okay, the day after the second dose of vaccine. Oh my God. To be honest, the day after was just like the night before. I could hardly get out of bed at all. The entire day after, I probably spent about 16 hours laying in bed. I don't want to say resting or sleeping, because I was not. I was just in and out of consciousness. It literally was just laying in bed suffering, right? I knew I had to drink liquids, but water tasted extra stale and surprisingly unrefreshing to me. And I usually actually quite like tap water, right? I had some Mountain Dew, so I drank that, and that gave me a sugar rush that hit me much quicker than usual. And to add on to the misery, I barely felt the need to eat anything. When I did make some stuff that I usually enjoy eating, I think it was like a little microwaved omelet thing, I could barely eat half of it, and then, the thought of another bite made me want to hurl, so I just put it away, right? But at this point, I was joking about wifey about what she should do in case I died, all right? Now she knows for sure that I want my ashes condensed into an artificial diamond. Boy. Oh, the rest of the day not laying in bed was spent pretty much laying on the couch, watching some simple anime, and then doing so little. I was basically, even while doing this, I was still incapable of finding any position that actually felt comfortable. Okay. Oh, so then second night, right? Post second dose of vaccine. At this point, my pillow's been soaked through by sweat, okay? And it's not even that hot these 2 evenings, right? I felt slightly different, at least this night. This is the second night, in the sense that it's not like I ached everywhere, just the collarbone area or the back of my neck. Some other random spots really kind of ached, especially. It reminded me of the one time that I spent sleeping on the floor, wooden floors, where basically no matter how I turned and shuffled, I felt like I was always hitting some bone or joint that I was unaware of. Now, on the positive side, on the second night, I was able to have dreams again, based on stuff that I saw or kind of thought of or barely noticed during the day. To me, that must mean an improvement, because that means my brain's got enough energy to make its own entertainment again, or at least the spot where I got the shot is no longer sore to the touch, so I can now finally turn left, albeit very slowly. So yay, slight improvements, okay? And finally, second full day post second dose of vaccine. Well, this is around the time that I'm writing the script, and hey, I was at least able to get up in the morning again and not just kind of feel, essentially chained to my bed, right? I was able to get up. Collarbone still ached, as if I laid some books on it, which of course I haven't. I really don't know how to explain that one, right? I even bothered to venture out for a quick walk. It's getting better, right? As the day goes on, I think generally it just wasn't like I was aching in random places. It was just, concentrated around my neck area, right? The best way that I can describe it, by the end of the day, it's really like, it's as if I've been wearing some invisible, giant, heavy necklace for the past couple of days that I can't take off. But hey, this was like light years away from, 6 hours after, right, on the day of. So I'm actually quite happy and I can't complain. So did you guys get this severe of a reaction from the COVID vaccine? I got the vaccine at the same time as my wifey, and she felt something similar to me, but I think she recovered essentially the day after, right? So I'm a little jealous. But hey, at least in another 2 weeks, I can finally go do whatever I want, right? Hopefully. Who knows? At this point, and I'm sure I'm glad that I'm getting the suffering over with sooner rather than later. I read that actual real COVID could destroy one's sense of taste for months at a time. Who knows how long the long-term effects would be. Now that sounds actually way more nightmarish than what I'm going through right now. So I guess that's the silver lining, right? It could always be worse. Anyway, no pain, no gain, right? So based on the pain I've suffered, oh boy, I assume I must have gained a ton, right? Hope you guys are feeling better than I'm feeling right now, right? In fact, I thought about taking this whole week off, but then I was like, for posterity's sake, in case I get sick again next time for whatever reason, COVID or not, I want to remember how it felt like when I essentially intentionally made myself sick via the vaccine, right? Because everybody knew that there was going to be some adverse effects, especially after dose 2, and here I am, a prime example of that. So, thanks for watching, comment, like, and subscribe please, or whatever you want, really. Cheers!